what impact does training with Daniel and the other great fighters up there, Kane and the other great fighters, what impact does that have on your performance? And then just number two, being part of this card with everything that Conor did to help build it up and 2 title fights and kind of a historic night, what do you think that does for your career going forward, and what kind of boost do you think that gives you?
I'm not just saying that before, as I lead up to the fights. This is an iron sharpens iron world. And you can only get so good being a big fish in a small pond. I get the butterflies every day I go into training. I got to spar Kane and Cormier. And, if I'm off my game, I'm going to get beat up. And so I got to raise my level every day I come in the gym. And they got to do the same. And we've been pushing each other for so long. And that's the reason why, we are where we are. I think Chris will potentially better himself from this, and you got to get around the best people you can. That's the name of the game. I'm so thankful for my whole team. I think we're the best team in the world. Kane's gonna go get his belt back, and then we'll have all of them. Being a part of this card, doing it here at 194, unreal. I couldn't even imagine a bigger stage and a better opponent, and the fight just to play out the way it did is unreal, and I'm at a loss for words. This is still trying to take it all in.
Luke, you certainly had a great win tonight, but there were some moments of adversity for you. Were there ever any moments where you thought, this is just not going to be my night?
No, I was just exhausted. I've never been that exhausted before in my life. I've been on antibiotics the last 2 weeks straight. I stopped taking them today. Because it was fight day. My foot was starting to swell up a little bit, especially the weigh-ins. I didn't take them that day, and so I was on my foot and I was so depleted and didn't want to get the antibiotics in my body, and my foot started swelling up and tightening up last night. I got cellulitis, basically. It's kind of like staph, I guess, but it takes over your whole foot, and it's just been draining my body, and it's been affecting me, and so I just had to fight through it and just make it happen. I knew I was going to go in there. I was going to try to execute, relatively early, so before that would affect me, and unfortunately it didn't happen that quick. I just had to suck it up, man. It's tough. It's been draining my body, so I'm glad that I got the job done and go out there and perform better next time.
The one controversial moment was the stand-up from the guillotine. Obviously, it was on the opposite side of your body, so tough to finish there. What was going through your head? Did you think, okay, I understand why he's standing up, or were you frustrated at that moment?
No, I could have worked my way out. It just took a lot of energy, and I was so focused on relaxation and conserving energy because I knew that I was on antibiotics and had the infection and everything, and so I wasn't gonna do anything to exert myself in this fight. That's always my main focus. I don't fight the wrestling, flow with it, reverse it, and not, overexert myself because I knew that I would have nothing left later on. And so I was just holding position with the guillotine. I was trying to relax through it, and Chris wasn't advancing, so I was happy to get stand up and just move around. So.
Thanks, Luke.
Can you, first of all, comment what this means to you? Because you seem like you were kind of bitter from the moment you got in UFC. You felt like you weren't getting enough credit, that people weren't recognizing the ability you had, and you even said at the press conference the other day that you hadn't faced anybody as tough as Tim Kennedy and Jacare. And I wonder sort of where that attitude came from, and do you feel like, you proved any point tonight?
Yeah. I've been saying it for a long time. I believed I've been the best. I believe I've been the best in this sport for a long time. And people want to beat down my Strikeforce accomplishments, what I did, and I've taken my game to a new level. I said this last night, and I knew I'd come in there and I'd outperform them and get the job done, no matter what I faced going into this fight.